Wanna take all my chips when I pop off the like Hummus see them. Echo back with the flip. Money flow like a battleship. Did it anew.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
And that's the first mark on the stat sheet for the 4-time first-team All-Pro. How about this? Over 1,000 yards 6 times in his career, and just 2 yards away in 2013 of being over 1,500 yards in 4 of his last 5 seasons.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Jack, 16. Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Bell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Myles Garrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. the first NFL carry for Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run with Barkley. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Hurry up, let's go!
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin.
Here we go. Double, double. Hurry up, let's go.
Again, it's Bell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
You got him. Focus, focus. All right, let's go get him now, all right?
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield off the play fake. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Hot!
Third and short yardage. Mayfield being chased out left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Detroit!
Second down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a third down. And he's had great protection back there to throw, really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer doesn't have to deal with him because he's not getting hit. Also means that he's able to find targets downfield at his leisure. That allows him to be really accurate.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Steelers making their way out is sort of an interesting offseason for them. You at times get the sense that there's not always complete harmony. But, boy, when you get everyone together and that offense is humming, there's something to watch.
They almost feel like a team that they actually use that works for them, right? Different guys want the ball. Different guys want attention. And then when it's focused on them, they tend to produce. And I think on the defensive side of the ball, they got a great rookie season out of T.J. Watt at outside linebacker. But I'm hearing whispers this offseason that Bud Dupree, another outside linebacker, is due for a big season. And if so, they could be back to being known as Blitzburg.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger Escaping the pressure right. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
You can go back to Stillwater, Oklahoma, in his days as an Oklahoma State Cowboy and see very similar plays. We always talk about running backs who don't give up on a run. He doesn't give up on a catch or a run after it, does he?
Now, Dez is one of the best in the business, and as you always say, so competitive, isn't he?
Without a doubt. He's going to fight you to integrate for the football or for yardage.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Here's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the... back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and everybody knows the story. It's been 10 straight years of losing seasons, 0-16 last year. But it feels like there is some optimism. Is it warranted?
It'll be warranted if they can translate all of that optimism, the draft choices, the free agent pickups, the molding of a team into winning a game and then turning it into at least a modest winning streak. They have a great opportunity here in the opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers, their hated rival. That will make everyone feel better, not just the organization, but all the fans that surround them.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. First down, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Mayfield now on second down. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football. 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield on play action. Quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Here's a give to Barkley. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Leopard!
3rd and long for Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Goes underneath for Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
These 2. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
50. Let's go.
They'll go again with Bell. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Hurry up, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help him run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. On the left side, it's McDonald. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Roethlisberger keeps it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys and plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, the team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you're going to take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Landry now on the return. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And his throw is incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Browns on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey's 63, that was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Solid, 5 down. 8, 8, 8, 8. No. 4 down. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On second down, it's Bell. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go, let's go. No spacing.
A give to Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Mayfield to throw it. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And he is all the way up past the 25. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's go, let's go.
The give is to Bell. And shutting him off, now open field. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.